Hey everyone, Simon here. What a crazy day I had today, and I'm going to tell you about it in a second, but today I'm also going to give you a lesson on how to find your lucky star. But first, wow. So I wake up this morning and I put on this shirt, and something inside me says, don't put on a black shirt. You're going to wear all black, black shorts, black shirt. A long time ago, my teacher, Hart Defoe, told me, don't wear so much black. Now, I mentioned him for a reason. We're going to come back here to him in a little bit. And as some of you know, I like to, some people do investing and day trading. For me, day trading is investing in sports. This is my hobby, and also using astrology to determine who is going to win a particular game. And so I put my money where my mouth is. So today is one of the days that I decided to do that. I don't do it every day, but and so I picked a team. And one of the principles in this is when a team has here's the chart. When a team has Sedna. Now this is Sedna is an outer solar system planet, and it's a negative influence. Okay, so that's a very new and Western concept. But when a team has Sedna on the cusp of the Navamsha, a very Vedic concept, it will significantly it'll destroy basically the team that it touches. And we've seen this over and over. It happened last night when the Denver Nuggets beat the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers had Sedna. And so this morning I look and I watch the start of the game. You have to watch it live. And boom, the Texas Rangers are playing the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the Pirates have Sedna. Now it's kind of loose. So I waited to see the start of the game. And so how do you pull this up? Well, I use the SolarFire software. I go to chart, Vedic. Once you have the chart pulled up, go to Vedic and go to D9 Navamsha, click apply, and then get out of there. And voila, it gives you the Navamsha. Now, this is drawn in a Western style. So in the Western chart, the ascendant is here. This is the ascendant, okay? And as you can see, this is the symbol for Sedna, and they are within a 2-degree orb. That's how tight it needs to be. If you want to know more about this, I have a whole course on how to do this stuff step by step and which techniques work, which don't. And this course has evolved as I've evolved. So in my book, Gambler's Dharma, I lay down the foundational principles, and these have evolved over time. So anyway, I get up, I put on my black shirt and black pants, and I look at this and I go, okay, I have to invest in this because this is a clear sign that the favorite is not going to do well. The favorite was the Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay, so I invest in this, and pretty quickly Texas goes up 2-0. I'm thinking everything is fine, no problem. And I turn away, have breakfast, look back, and all of a sudden Pittsburgh is tied 2-2. Now, one way you know a professional investor or a gambler or a sports bettor from an amateur is amateurs sweat the game. This is an expression that means they sit there and go, and they watch every second of the game, until it's over. God forbid that you're invested in several games and then your whole day is shot because you're there, and then you're watching this screen and that screen. So this is where it can take you over. The way you know a professional is a professional will put their investment in, their prediction, and they're off. And they got better things to do. They live their life, right? Because this is what they're born to do. So I'm not a professional, but I'm also not an amateur. But today I started to sweat this game a little bit because I thought, wow, okay, this doesn't look good. So I thought, no, I'm not going to sweat the game. I'm going to go to the store. So I got on my bicycle, rode to the store, get to the store, get all my groceries together. I look at the score at the store. Pittsburgh is up now, 4-2. My team is losing, 4-2. Oh God. Okay, I messed up. I go to check out, my wallet is gone. I lost my wallet. What a horrible day. Now, this was supposed to be a good day for me, and this is what I'm coming to, how to find your lucky stars. Because this day was supposed to be one of my lucky star days. All right, what to do? I look everywhere. I ride my bike back all the way home, scouring the ground, nothing. Wallet's gone. Look in the trash bin, nope, gone. Look everywhere, gone. Now I'm starting to sweat, a little bit, like literally sweat. And I was sweating so much, I changed my shirt. So I put on a white shirt. And then the thought came to me, oh, okay, maybe it's the shirt. No, that's ridiculous. Can't be the shirt. That's stupid. Well, folks, color does affect you. At least it affects how you receive things. If you are too Rahu or Saturn influenced and you wear a lot of black, you're going to tend to go into depression quicker than if you don't wear that much black. So, okay, my wallet's not at home. I retrace my steps, look everywhere. So I go back to the store, and then it hits me. I set it down somewhere. And, oh, and by the way, Pittsburgh now is leading 6-2 to make matters worse. And I've invested quite a bit of capital now in this outcome. So now my team is going to lose. Okay, fine. My wallet's gone. Fine. So I go back to the store, and all of a sudden things shift. And there's my wallet. Someone turned it in. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. And just as I'm walking to get my groceries, I thought, let me check the score. And what happened, the Texas hit a grand slam. So from 6-2, they tied it 6-6. Unbelievable. But they still have to win. Okay, I predicted they would actually win. So there's one inning left in the game, and I'm riding back home with my groceries, and I thought, you know what, let me just sit and watch what happens. And ninth inning, Texas is hitting. Boom, boom, boom. They hit 3 runs, and they win 9-6. So they were losing 6-2. They came back and won 9-6. And so astrology was vindicated for me that day. Now, what does this have to do with your lucky stars? Well, I am the most doubtful, sort of lazy kind of person. And so I will doubt what I see in the chart. I write about this in Gambler's Dharma too, where there were points where I couldn't believe the chart. Even in one of my classes, students asked, this was during the presidency, who would become president? And we looked at the chart and it showed Donald Trump. And I was like, no, sometimes this isn't right. We have to ask again. Well, no, the chart was showing us who would win. So the chart never lies. It's we who are, sometimes off. So the point in relating this story is that you will have down times, but when you find a good day and when you know astrologically that it's the right day for you, ultimately things will tend to work out. Also, don't wear so much black. No, that's for me. Never mind. So how do we find your lucky days? All right. So here is this is just a sample chart. Okay, this is a chart for today. The way you find your lucky days, this is a technique coined by the famous astrology guru named Satyacharya. Satyacharya came up with this nakshatra-based technique. And I believe, it's my belief that my teacher, Hart Defoe, is a reincarnation of Satyacharya. And I have my own reasons for believing that. And incidentally, he taught us this technique in his intermediate course. So the technique is as follows. And this is a well-known technique, but it can be used in a number of ways. It's also a technique you might recognize as Tara Balam. Tara, Bala. Bala is strength, or Balam, and Tara is star. So when you start with where your moon is. So if your moon is in the star Ardra, by star we mean nakshatra. Okay? So in this context, nakshatra equals star, because most nakshatras feature a prominent yoga tara. Yoga tara means a marker star. Like for Shravana, the star is Altair, very bright star in Capricorn. For Ardra, it's Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse. I won't say it 3 times. For Rohini, it's Aldebaran. For Kritika, it's Alcyon, and so on. Most nakshatras have one prominent. Now, some of them have a bunch of stars. Shatabishak has a bunch. Pushya, which is the shape of, or Tishya, which is the shape of a flower or the udder of a cow, has several. So a number of nakshatras have several marker stars. But anyway, a star is a nakshatra for this. So when the moon is in Ardra, or wherever the moon is, so the Janma, which is the birth star, which is the first star, is considered good and bad. It's considered mixed, okay? Good for some things, bad for other things. The second star, okay, called Sampat, the second star is always good. Yeah, it's good. The third star, I believe it's called Vipat. I haven't really, yeah, I think it's Vipat. The third is bad, okay? The fourth, I believe it's called Kshema, is good. The fifth is Ari. One of the names is Ari, which means enemy, bad. The sixth is, Sadhaka, is good. The seventh is Pratyari, and that's one of the names. There are other names. You could call this one Vada, Vada, which means death. Bad. This tends to be the worst one. Then Mitra, friendly, is the eighth, is good. And Parama Mitra or Maitra is the ninth, which is best, supposedly. Let's just say good. Okay. So three of these are bad. The seventh, the fifth, and the third from your birth star. Okay. And so knowing now, is that true for everyone? Well, this is a general statement. That's the first rule. The second rule is, if one of these bad stars happens to fall in the 8th house, or the 12th house, or even the 6th house, it increases its badness, its worseness, its horribleness. Okay? So for example, since this person was born in Rahu, so this person's Janma Nakshatra is Rahu, then their second will be ruled by Jupiter. Because this goes in the order of the Dasha Bhukti. So after Rahu, you have Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter would be a good star for this person. Then we have Saturn. Now Saturn is the bad one. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this. Okay, we're not gonna mark it, but you're gonna remember. Then Mercury, okay, then Ketu, I'll just list these here. Then Venus, this order is the same for everyone, Sun, but depending on where you start, yours is gonna be different. Your 3, 5, 7 stars will be different. And Mars, okay? So this person's bad stars are Sun, okay, Ketu, and Saturn. So looking at this person's chart, do they have a star of Sun, Ketu, or Saturn in the 8th house? It's going to make it especially bad. And yes, look, in Taurus, we have the nakshatra Kritika. So that Kritika nakshatra for this person is going to be especially malevolent. When the moon is in Kritika, don't gamble, don't put, don't risk money, don't risk your life, that kind of stuff. Don't get married during that star. Okay. So Saturn, Ketu, and Sun. And so that Sun nakshatra will also be present in the first 10 degrees of Virgo. So the first 10 degrees of Taurus. So the star Uttara Phalguni the star Kritika, will be difficult. And now Saturn goes in the 6th house. The star of Saturn called Uttara Bhadrapada will be there. So those 3 nakshatras are considered difficult, okay? You can use the same technique to find your good stars. So avoiding, to me, it's first and most important to avoid your bad stars. So for this person, right, who comes to me and this is their horoscope, I'm going to say Kritika nakshatra, Uttara Phalguni nakshatra, and Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra are going to be difficult. Okay, so don't get married, don't start a business, don't, you know, in my case, don't invest on those days. So I try to avoid. Now, folks, I've tested this. I can't tell you how many times. I've lost so much money that this works. And also on the good days. So today was a good day, supposedly for me. Didn't look that way when I lost my wallet and my team was losing by so much. But ye of little faith. But then I changed my shirt. No, I'm joking. But I had to have faith in the fact that this astrology stuff works, and my God, it works. So, and I'll talk about in another video how it works and so on. And this is part of what I'm doing with doing these investments, and all my results are available to the public. Not all of them, but at some point, for the last couple of years, everything that's in Gambler's Dharma is available to the public, and so on. So the reason I'm doing this is to show that this stuff is beyond us. It's valid and it absolutely works. It works in the same way that when Saturn, for example, transits your 10th house cusp, it'll trigger something related to your career, something significant, something big. So I'll have a whole video on that, on how astrology works, why it works, and some theories on that. But this is basically the method in short. If you want to find out more about this method, I do have it in my book, Gambler's Dharma. And if you want to find out more about the professional level ins and outs of how to invest in, how to do sports betting, sports investing, I do have a private course and a private Facebook account for that. And yeah, you can get a hold of me. And I hope this was useful to you. All right. Take care. See you next time. Bye.